Ever get tired of hearing the same old tired jokes? Manchester City just buys trophies. It's all just oil money. Well, we're here to show you there's more to the story. Today we're spotlighting Cole Palmer, a young talent who rose through the ranks of City's prestigious academy. He's not just another expensive signing. This kid's got serious skills honed on the training grounds, and he's ready to prove himself on the big stage. This is the story of Cole Palmer, Chelsea's potential Drogba in the making. Imagine the elation of lifting the Champions League trophy with a powerhouse like Manchester City. If I told you a teenager won the UCL with Manchester City, you'd expect he just sat on the bench and got a medal for being in the squad because of how star-studded the Manchester City roster is. But no, this kid actually played. And played well. He even bagged the coveted Player of the Match award in the UEFA Super Cup. It may just be one match, but considering the players City had on the pitch that day, being Player of the Match is a pretty big achievement. How did he do it? What exactly makes him stand out from the crowd? To answer that, we'll need to look at his early days at Manchester City, where his potential was recognised and nurtured. From glimpses of his talent during his debut against Marseille in the Champions League, to winning the whole thing by beating Inter Milan, Cole Palmer has turned into something special. Cole Germain Palmer wasn't born with a silver spoon, but he grew up watching the two great Manchester United clubs. Hailing from Wythenshawe, Manchester on May 6, 2002, his passion for the beautiful game developed early on. Unlike some academy stars, his journey didn't begin at a glamorous training ground. It all started on local pitches, honing his skills and laying the foundation for his future success. At the tender age of 8, Cole's talent caught the eye of Manchester City scouts. I'm not exactly sure what they were looking for in a kid that young, but they certainly found it in Cole, and they brought him to the academy. He joined their prestigious academy, following in the footsteps of another City prodigy, Phil Foden. Both Palmer and Foden rose through the ranks together, showcasing exceptional technical ability and a deep understanding of the game. Fast forward to 2020, and Cole Palmer's official professional debut arrived. Stepping onto the hallowed turf against Marseille in the Champions League, he announced himself on the big stage. While Phil Foden had already established himself as a first-team regular, Palmer's initial appearances weren't very consistent. Pep gave him some time whenever he could, but for a club like Manchester City, the depth is crazy. Not even the top players get to play that often. Despite flashes of brilliance, including his first senior goal against Wycombe Wanderers in the Carabao Cup, consistent playing time remained a challenge. Within the City squad, Palmer enjoyed strong connections with his teammates. His technical prowess fit seamlessly with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan, but breaking into the starting lineup with such established stars proved difficult. The 2020-2021 season saw Manchester City lift the coveted Champions League trophy, and while Palmer technically belonged to a champion squad, his on-field contributions were limited. It was enough to let the world know how good he could be, but he wasn't exactly Pep's go-to. Cole Palmer's style of play is characterized by his agility, close control, and eye for a killer pass. Young players have a bit of an advantage in that area. Just like newly promoted teams bring a sense of fearlessness with them when they come up, newly promoted players bring new excitement with them. Palmer wasn't afraid of trying that difficult pass or pulling off a dribble where others would just turn around and keep the ball for their team. He thrives in tight spaces, weaving through defenders with his quick feet. His vision allows him to unlock defenses and create scoring opportunities for himself and his teammates. However, his slender build can sometimes be a disadvantage in the physical battles that occur in the midfield. But hey, Ronaldo was skinny in his starting years too, and look how good he turned out. Palmer, however, isn't really compared to Ronaldo. Instead, he's considered the next Didier Drogba, mostly because of the fact that he has recently signed for Chelsea and is establishing himself as a starter. The decision to leave Manchester City, a club he called home for most of his footballing life, surprised many. After all, why would a young talent with Champions League experience choose to depart a team known for its dominance? Well, the answer is quite simple. Palmer just wanted more playtime. He knows how important playtime is for a player looking to learn and develop. Staying at City would have won him more trophies, which might attract a few players, but not him. What's the point of saying you've won it all if you played only a handful of games all year? Chelsea, on the other hand, has been going through something of a rebuilding phase. They're already renowned for nurturing young talent, and now that they didn't really have established players, Chelsea presented the perfect opportunity. Palmer saw this as a chance to break out, become a key figure, and truly showcase his skills on a consistent basis. And that's not it. The allure of Chelsea's project extended beyond just playing time. Under manager Mauricio Pochettino, the Blues were adopting a possession-based attacking style of play that perfectly suited Palmer's skill set. This tactical philosophy promised a more prominent role for him, allowing him to dictate the tempo and orchestrate attacks from central midfield. He has started featuring regularly for Chelsea now, and it's fair to say we've seen this happen before. Is he the next Drogba for Chelsea? Cole Palmer hasn't wasted any time settling in at Chelsea. He's quickly carved a place for himself in the starting 11, becoming a reliable starter and a key figure in the Blues midfield. And it shows. He may be just 21 years old, but the way he plays makes him seem much more experienced than that. He's even stepped up as their penalty taker. And boy, does this guy have nerves of steel. This trust from the manager paid off in spectacular fashion during Chelsea's dramatic 4-3 win against Manchester United. Palmer, a former City player, rose to the occasion by scoring a crucial penalty and then clinching a late winner, securing all 3 points for Chelsea in stoppage time. It's fair to say Chelsea fans love him even more now, but this is just the beginning. At City, he got just one top-flight goal, whereas now he's already one of the top scorers in the Premier League, and yet he only just moved to Chelsea and there's a long way to go. Chelsea's squad is brimming with young talent, a group hungry for success. Among them stands Cole Palmer, a player with the potential to achieve something truly special. The only difference is that Palmer's leadership qualities are already blossoming. He has been given a senior role in the club, and despite his young age, he commands respect on the pitch, directing the midfield with a maturity that belies his years. His composure under pressure, evident in his penalty-taking ability, is invaluable for a team still under development. Recent years haven't been the best for Chelsea, despite making it to 3 domestic cup finals. Something seems to be missing. But this young Chelsea squad, with Cole Palmer at its heart, represents an exciting new project for the Blues. The future looks bright for both Chelsea and Cole Palmer. As for the comparisons with Drogba, well, Palmer isn't exactly a striker, but the effect both had on Chelsea is pretty similar, or at least can be pretty similar. Cole Palmer's impact at Chelsea goes beyond his own performances. He's shown a remarkable ability to step up when the team needs him most. A recent example came during a period when injuries struck key Chelsea midfielders. With Jorginho and Mateo Kovacic sidelined, the pressure was on for Palmer to fill the void. Not only did he rise to the challenge, but he even thrived under the increased responsibility. He was just the type of player Pochettino needed to step up. Maybe he was a bit lucky that his competitors for the midfield positions were injured at the same time. It meant he would get consistent playing time and, most importantly, get a chance to prove himself to the manager and the fans. While comparisons to Drogba might be ambitious at this stage, his ability to step up in crucial moments is a valuable trait for any young player. Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. Cole Palmer's journey is just beginning, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for Carbon's very own Drogba.